The dust tasted like rust and regret. Silas Blackwood spat, wiping his mouth with the back of his calloused hand. The town square of Copper Canyon felt different now. A tension hummed beneath, the usual drone of horses and bartering, a shadow cast by the recent chaos. Reese Walker was in custody, secured in the town jail, but the victory felt hollow. Lara Thorne had vanished, leaving behind a ledger detailing a disturbing scheme involving the town's water supply and something else. Something hinted at in cryptic entries about the bloom and the resonance. Now Harding wrung his hands, his face a sickly grey. "What are we going to do, Silas? She's gone. Walker's a liar. Who can we trust?" Silas didn't offer reassurance. Trust was a luxury Copper Canyon couldn't afford. Walker will talk. He's motivated by more than loyalty to Thorne. Find out what she promised him. He turned his attention to Sheriff Harding, a man visibly aged by the past few days. "Secure the ledger. Every entry. Every name. I want a complete accounting." The ledger was more than an accounting. It was a fragmented puzzle. The bloom, Silas deduced, referred to an accelerated growth of certain desert flora, fueled by an unknown element present in the water. The resonance was even more perplexing, a subtle vibrational frequency that, according to Thorne's notes, amplified the bloom's effects. It seemed Thorne intended to use this phenomenon to exploit a mineral deposit located deep within the surrounding mountains, a deposit that required the amplified growth to be accessible. Silas's investigation led him to Jedediah Judd Keller, Brisbane nursing a bottle of whiskey in the saloon. Keller, as it turned out, was merely an outlaw. He was an informant paid by Thorne to keep tabs on the town. He claimed to know where Thorne had fled, a forgotten mining camp high in the Dragoon Mountains called Redemption. She figured someone would be coming for her, Keller slurred, wiping his mouth with a dirty rag. She left a little insurance, though. A warning. Silas didn't like the sound of that. The Dragoon Mountains were unforgiving, riddled with hidden dangers. He gathered a small posse at Deputy Miller, a young man eager to prove himself, an old man Fitzwilliam, a grizzled tracker who knew the mountains like the back of his hand. The journey to Redemption was arduous. Fitzwilliam pointed out subtle signs of Thorne's passage, disturbed vegetation, a discarded ration pack. The air grew heavy, a strange, almost floral scent permeating the landscape. Redemption wasn't a thriving camp. It was a ghost town, reclaimed by the desert. But something was off. The vegetation was unnaturally lush, a vibrant green against the arid landscape. Flowers bloomed in impossible colours, their petals shimmering with an oily sheen. "This ain't natural," Fitzwilliam muttered, his hand resting on the butt of his rifle. They found Thorne in the old assay office, surrounded by strange contraptions, glass spheres filled with shimmering liquid, wires snaking across the floor, a complex arrangement of mirrors, reflecting sunlight onto a central device. She didn't seem surprised to see them. "You came. I expected as much." Her voice was calm, almost serene. "What have you done, Thorne?" Silas demanded. "I'm merely accelerating what's already here," she replied, gesturing to the surrounding flora. "The mountains are rich with potential, Mr. Blackwood, a force waiting to be unleashed." "You're poisoning the water," Silas accused. "You're manipulating the land." "I'm evolving it," she corrected. "The resonance is the key. It connects everything." She activated the central device, and a low hum filled the room. The flowers pulsed with an intensified glow. Suddenly, Jed Keller burst into the room, a manic gleam in his eyes. "She promised me riches, a share of the bloom." But he was alone. A dozen figures emerged from the shadows, rattlesnake gang members, their faces distorted by a strange, unsettling euphoria. They were adorned with floral garlands, their movements oddly graceful. "Join us, Mr. Blackwood," Thorne said, her voice dripping with honeyed persuasion. "Embrace the future. Become part of the resonance." Silas felt a wave of dizziness wash over him. The air thrummed with an unsettling energy. He gripped his rifle, struggling to maintain his focus. Deputy Miller and Fitzwilliam opened fire, but the gang members seemed impervious to the bullets, their movements fluid and unpredictable. Then the ground began to tremble. Cracks appeared in the walls, and the lush vegetation started to writhe, its tendrils reaching out like grasping hands. "The bloom is responding," Thorne announced, a triumphant smile on her face. "It's becoming self-aware." Silas realized Thorne's plan wasn't just about exploiting a mineral deposit, it was about unleashing a force he couldn't comprehend. He charged forward, firing his rifle, trying to disrupt the resonance. A struggle ensued, a chaotic melee of gunfire and floral tendrils. Silas managed to knock Thorne to the ground, disarming her, but as he turned to face the encroaching vegetation, the floor beneath him gave way. He plunged into darkness, tumbling down a hidden shaft. He landed with a bone-jarring thud in a damp, subterranean chamber. He scrambled to his feet, his head spinning. He recognized the chamber instantly. It was the old laboratory of Professor Elmsworth, a forgotten eccentric, who had mysteriously disappeared years ago. Elmsworth, according to local legend, had been researching the unique geological properties of the Dragoon Mountains. On a table in the center of the chamber, Silas found Elmsworth's research notes, filled with diagrams and equations, and there, etched into a metallic plate, was a single, chilling sentence: *The resonance is not a force to be controlled, but a gate to be opened. *. Suddenly, a voice echoed from the darkness. "Welcome, Mr. Blackwood. I'd been expecting you." A figure emerged from the shadows, an old man with piercing blue eyes and a knowing smile. It was Professor Elmsworth himself. "Thorne has merely unlocked what I started," Elmsworth said. "The resonance is the key to unlocking a realm beyond our understanding. A realm of infinite potential." "What do you want?" Silas asked, his hand instinctively reaching for his rifle. "I want to see what lies beyond," Elmsworth replied, his eyes gleaming with an unsettling intensity. "And you, Mr. Blackwood, are going to help me." The ground trembled again, and a blinding light filled the chamber. Silas felt himself being pulled forward, towards the light, towards the unknown. He knew with a chilling certainty that Copper Canyon's troubles were far from over, that the resonance was not a threat to be contained, but a door that had been irrevocably opened, and he was about to step through it.